Coming on with a late evening, sorry about that, touched the wrong button, exercise training session. It's a little bit cool out tonight. I had some early appointments today, so I took the part of the day off. It's coming down, it's trimming, I got my belly band on. Went to see about my braces today, and some things to help out these legs of mine that I've used a lot throughout my life, and they're not as bold and not as bent as they used to be with the missing parts. But okay, this is a shake plate, a vibration plate. I was introduced to my chiropractor. There's another session on one of my channels. Go over and check me out on one of my channels and look at it. It has a complete training session for standing, sitting, and using the vibration plate. But I'm going to do my warm-up, something we can regulate to when it gets cold outside and we can't go outside and we're ready to do a workout or whatever. We can get warmed up. It helps to move the body around and shake the body around, and I can use it like a walk, and I can move around on it like this for about 9 minutes and get in a mile, whereas outside it takes me 15-20 minutes to walk a mile. So it's really good, and it gets the body moving, and it simulates activities of our life when we can get outside. So there it is. Let's go. I got it on for 10 minutes, and I'll show you. I can't put my phone in my hand, but if I had my phone in my hand, I would take it. I forgot my phone's right there. I got to get my Facebook lined up on my computer so I can bring it up on the computer screen, and then put the computer screen over there, and then use my phone for something else. But on the inside, there's not much space. I got some good space. Remember our fall prevention. If we're going to fall and we lose our balance, we just change our center of gravity, lower it, and then go ahead and sit down. Plan your fall. So I know if I lose my balance, I'm not going to try and fall that way. Hopefully I won't fall forward. I'll fall backwards. But if I do lose my balance, I'll stop, stoop, and then step off, and then balance ourselves. Okay. I appreciate everybody coming on with me, but I've stopped calling names. I've stopped putting names on my videos, and so I'll wave to you hi that way, and if we come on with the link on here, fine. But don't think I don't see you. I do see you, and I appreciate you. All of those. And if you're getting something out of this, then you can appreciate it because it's working for you. Like I said, when I start wearing my belly band, I start to see that, I have a little letter chart I use for myself. When I see the O, it's time to start omitting some things. When I see the U, I know I'm getting things under control. So it's not so round, it's coming down, but then still got a little roundness to it. But when I start to see that V shape that's coming from, V shape means shaped up from the underarms or the shoulders down to the waist, and the waist is smaller in size than the underarms and the shoulders, then that V taper look is tapered down. So that's good. If you're getting that and you're working on that and you want that, good. If you don't, then okay. But on the vibration plate, we can go ahead and move our arms. I'm going to move the camera over a little bit. That way. So we can see more of me. And like I said, there's not as much space on the inside, but I got enough space, and I'll grab my mat when we get to that portion of it, and we're going to go through the exercises after the warm-up session. We'll do about 10 minutes, and then we'll take it took me about 30 minutes to do it yesterday, and I'm doing 2 days, skipping a day, doing another day, and then do something, maybe skip a day and then come back on Saturday. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and we recommend 3 to 5 times a week for doing our training. And I've intensified mine up to 12 repetitions, and we've had about 12 exercises that we were doing, but now it's up to 24 because we're modifying every exercise on the sheet, which we have 12 on the sheets, and we're modifying all 12 to do additional exercises or compound exercises and progressive exercises. And so next week we're going to move on to the bands for 3 weeks, and so we'll progress through the bands for 3 weeks, And then after that, we'll progress through the weights for 3 weeks. And if you're following me along, good. Okay, here we go. Again, you can move your arms, you can move them slow. You know, if you have a vibration plate, I like to turn this way, which also simulates a running style. You know, if you got a mirror in your house where you can film yourself and take yourself, you can see that the arms are moving like so. You know, keep the body up, stand up tall, you know, shrink the waist. When I started wearing this band a few weeks ago, I had to squeeze it real tight to zip it to the last thing, and I started off with it zipped on the last thing. Now it's very easy to zip it on the last thing. And let me see. I need another zipper on the other side, but I'm at the last one already. It's as tight as it'll go. So I've already progressed. I can tell the fat loss, and even my brace guy today was telling me that you know, my legs are down from 17 at this biggest calf size down to 14 and a half. You know, I normally carry 16. You know, I don't want my calf to lose that much, but sometimes when you're losing fat, we're going to lose a little muscle, and it's okay. So we can. It's not okay. It's never okay to lose your muscle. But you know, notice when you see your steak, fat is just not attached on the outside, and we get to move it off. It goes in between. It's in between the striations, and it's in between the muscles. Separation, like from one muscle to the other, is in between there. And once we lose it, you know, just like you cut off your steak, you lose some of that good lean meat with the fat, and it's hard to pull it off and just eat that part, unless you eat the fat too, and I don't, but that's okay. So just know that you know, we're going to lose a little bit of muscle, and we can gain it back. I can tell I still got some good muscles in the places. I don't mind losing, you know, a little bit of muscle around my belly, because I get that back. When it's lean, it looks good, and the leaner it is, the better it looks to me. So anyway, I'll wave at you. Like I said, I'll stop calling names, and so just know I'll wave at you digitally, but not verbally. I see you. I appreciate you. And this is going to last. This is week 3 of a 10-week session, and I'm coming on this media twice a week, and you can go on the other media and review it, or you can come on my page here and view it anytime you want, and save it, and go on the other page and subscribe and follow me and do all that stuff and whatever. I'm advancing this year to several medias, and so I'm going generic with my talk as much as possible so that I can use my media. I'm teaching my class also, and I'll shout out my college, TCC. I don't mind shouting out my college. I'm teaching my senior weight training at Tarrant County College on Mondays and Thursdays. So you can't get into that classroom. That classroom is closed, and that recording is closed only for the students. So that's a private thing that I do for my community. And so just appreciate it, and I'm going with 10-week sessions, and then we'll see how it goes. I still have some offerings if you want me to follow you personally and do some individualized training. I have some forms that we have to fill out, some health questionnaires, some hold harmless agreements, and informed consent agreements that we have to do for me to follow you. But if you're just going to follow along on yourself on my advisories on here, I'm going to do everything according to ACE, where I'm certified personal trainer, to give you the best of everything. And I'm talking through your 10-minute warm-up, and then once we get into exercise, we're going to go right through them. You know, if you want to do some active stretching while you're on here, you know, be very careful while you're on it, if you got it. I don't have my little walker in with me, but just know if you need something to hold on to, have something to hold on to near you. Normally I have my walker, and I didn't bring it in. A little bit off cycle for this. It's a little bit later than I planned to, but I felt like getting in one because I need to. And so if you hear my voice shaking, it's because of the shake plate. And I appreciate the vibration because I don't feel as jiggly shaking as I did at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. And so, you know, just know how you feel, understand how you feel, and then progress. Don't try and progress how I progress, but once what I show you is you progress how you progress, and look your best and compare yourself to yourself. not me. I'm not the standard. I'm your professional trainer, but I'm not the standard. There's some people better, and I've been competing on many levels, internationally as well. You know, I've been on the stage with 25 or 30 people, and got in 7th place. And so I've been on the stage with 5 or 6 people and got 2nd, and I've been on the stage with 2 or 3 people and got 1st. And so, you know, I'm not competing against you. When I'm in this lab, this is my lab. This is not, you know, I never worry about anybody else and saying that, oh, this or oh, that, because they did this and they look better than me. I can pick. Usually when I see the lineup, I can tell who's going to be the top 1, 2, 3 competition that I'm going against. I can see it. We can see it. And realistically, I say, okay, let me see. Can I show my personality and my body? Can I show mine and present my platform as good as I can, and the judges see me? But I see them. Yes, I do. And I know they good. Yes, 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 it is. And again, you can turn both ways. And again, if you ride a bike, you know, I've been wanting to get one of those QBs. And I like the angle of it, and I like it. And I just hadn't purchased one yet. They're relatively inexpensive. And that's our 10-minute warm-up. So we're going to move right into the exercise sessions. Take a break. If you want to have a sips of water, go right ahead. I'm going to move the shake plate out of the way, get my stand and the chart, and then we're going for it. All right? Let's go. I'll show you a little shake plate again. I like it. It's really portable. It's good. Doesn't take up too much room. It's about 1, 2, 2.5, 3 feet. And I can move it out of the way. Create some room for me. Okay, we'll be right back. Hold on, hold on. All right. Okay, here it is. And I brought my walker in. I involve a little walker. I like it because it's portable, it's light, and I can use it to stand on, I can use it to stretch on, I can use it for a lot of purposes. But right now, I'll get it off to the side, and just know I got it right here. If I need it, I'll use it. We're gonna start with the upper body. We keep everything straight ahead, and you know, if you want to, I've been sharing the chart with people. I have some bands. I think I got 1, maybe 2 packages left, but I have plenty of sheets. I got to order some more bands. If you want to go on Wish and order them, they can range. Sometimes you can catch them in a package of 5 for a few dollars, and sometimes you can't. You can have to order them singly and for a few dollars each, and then they have the little formatted instructions inside of it, but it's not like this. It's not laminated. It's a little short piece of paper. But I went ahead and had them put in a proper order so I could have a back and a front with 6 exercises on one side, then 6 on the other side with an explanation of what each band, how much weight it carries and what size it is and all of that. And on the other side, it has some instructions about what part of the body it helps the best and all that. And each exercise lists the muscle, the main muscle groups that's being worked and helped. You know, I can share that with you. You know, for those who would like to have one and follow me, I can send that to you. But I sent a package out of the laminated ones, and you can certainly take it and get it laminated yourself and pay that price. I get them at Staples. I don't have nothing to do with Staples. I don't get anything for it, you know. And they'll charge a certain price to print them and laminate them, and then they'll charge you a different price for the lamination by itself if you bring in your own copies that I have sent you back and front. You make your own copies, take them in, and then you'll pay that price. I don't want to quote their price because each Staples may be different. I don't know. So you can check it out. Or the whole package is already done. I send two. One you can fold, and I'm testing it now to let it get warm in the car to see if it'll stay folded because it's pretty thick lamination. But this one can be folded, but I don't fold this one. It's easy to use and throw it down, pick it up, and it doesn't get messed up. And, you know, it'll last a pretty good while. But again, my package deal is about, for shipping, handling, ordering, and lamination, $25. You know, the prices have gone up since I first bought them. You know, the price of my printing for the sheets went up. When I first did it, I got them for $1.99 per sheet where I bought mine, but the other day I paid $3.99 per sheet. So it went up almost $2. Things changed, and went to the post office. The shipping is a lot higher than when I first shipped out some a year ago when I first started, when the pandemic started in about April or March of last year. I didn't teach my class online, at the college. I came online and taught, and so I kind of got a good perfection down for that. And so now the shipping is higher than it was, and so everything is high. So that package is $25. I don't make very little, if any, profit. It's not intended for a profit to put in my pocket. It's to pay for the ones I gave you and to buy another one to replace that one that I gave you. So it pretty much equals out pretty close. If I put in my travel time and all that stuff and gas and mileage and all that, it will come out pretty close to even. You know, and that's the business part of me. I understand how to do it, and I do it. If I wanted to add some value added to it, I'm not charging you for my time and my expertise. So, you know, that's not even in there at all. That's not what we're doing. We're just paying for the things you get. So I'll be right back. So get ready. All right, we ready? Let's go. Okay, number one. Here we go. Pardon the little interruptions, but they happen. So the first one is the lateral arm extension, and all the exercises are at 12 repetitions, but if you can do, you pick the repetitions you want. And today we're moving with the hands, palms facing down, because we've done all the other way. We started with the hands up, palms facing, palms are down. So all the exercises start with the hands with the palms facing down. So now we're going open, and no, we're going to be using the bands. Get a good shoulder width stance like that, and it's harder to lose your balance when you got a good shoulder width stance. Open, that's 2, resist, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we're going to move right through these. Here we go. And again, if you want the sheet, I can send it to you and you can evaluate it. And I'm writing down all the modifications, and I'll offer that to you later on as well. So now the modification for this one, we're going to start with the arms open at lateral, straight out to the side. You know, not past lateral. Notice where your head is, and now resist coming forward first. 1 and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so there we have it. Lateral extension beginning in the front and beginning at the side. Number 2 is the lat pull downs. I'm going to start with the hands overhead. I'm going to raise the camera just a little bit so you can see my hands above my head. Yep. And then we're going to bring it down as if we're trying to put our elbows in our back pocket. And we're going, here we go. 2, 3, stand up tall. 4, 5, resist coming down. 6, elbows should be across the ears and down to the hips. 7, 8, 9, pointing at the glutes and back pocket. 10, 11, and 12. Now this other one, and if you find a good rhythm of how to do this one in a modification, certainly jot it down and you can share it with me, and then I'll work through it. But I tried it several ways, and this is the best modification that I found. So this time we're going to take it down, and when we come up, over. 1 and 2. That's 1. Over and down. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. It don't matter which one you start with first. That's 5. 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 8. 9. 10. 11. That's 12. Okay? Very good. Let me lower my belly band down. Get it around my pants. Okay. All right. I usually do wardrobe adjustments off camera, but okay. You understand. Now, all of these exercises can also be done from a seated position. Go over on my other media over there. I'll say it on YouTube. Check it out. I got these all done sitting. It's No Excuses at the Mission Matters, or the Mission Matters No Excuses with CHAtHOM exercise sessions, and it's the one sitting and getting fitter. And you can check it out from sitting or standing. Okay. Now the next one is a bicep curl. And we've done the bicep curl also. Remember, the hands can go in either position. It's not wrong, but it just works a different part of the muscle group when the hands are turned a different way. So just know intentionally you're moving them the way you want, so that you're strengthening the weakened muscle or the tight muscle differently than you are when your hands are in a different position. So today the hands are with the palms facing down, as if you were, you know, patting the ground like that or something. So, and it starts from the down to up and curl. Resist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Resist. 5. And you can see it's working a different part of the muscle. 6, 7. Stand up tall. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now the modification, I'm going to turn to the other side so you can see the other side. The modification is doing one arm at a time. So now you can start with the left or right. It doesn't matter as long as you do both. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, very good. Okay, now we got the next one is the they call it the loop band tricep on the card, but I've changed it to tricep. It's the tricep exercise because when we're working it from the side. So I'm going to come back to the front, and so we start with our hands at our side, palms are facing down, and again we come forward as if we were reading a newspaper or a magazine, and we take it and open it. 2, 3, 4. Try and keep your elbows at your side. They might float out, but that's a part of what the muscles group is trying to do. And you can tell by one different than the other. If one is tight and one is loose, it's going to work different, and try to move them the same as much as possible. That was 2, right? 3, 4, 5. Resist. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, now the modification is we're going to start with the hands out and resist coming in this time. So now tuck the elbows in, start with the hands out laterally as far as you can get them to your outside, and then bring them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. So, very good. Now we're going to move to and there's many ways you can do that modification. We could do it with single, you know. There's a lot of things we can do. That's not what we're going to do. So now, I got my little handy holder here, my walker. I got it on the side because now we're doing the legs. And if you're just your first time doing them, you'll know we're doing a lot of exercises and the modifications at the same time. If you have been doing them, you'll notice what they are. Now this one, we're going to go with the lateral hip abduction, which is the outside, the abductors that abduct the body, or take a leg from the center to the out, away from the center of the body. That's the abduction. Adduction is to bring it toward the center, and we're going to do those at the same time. So I'm going to lower the camera a little bit, and you might not see my head, but it's because I want you to see more of the lower body. If you've been sipping on water, I recommend you no more sipping from here. Okay? Because once we get past this, a lot of it's going to be involving the hips and this part of our core to down, and we could cause some regurgitation and some, we don't want to upchuck or to breathe some fluid and asphyxiate while we're trying to do some exercise. So no more fluids. And hopefully you've already put a 30-minute, at least 30 or 45 minutes between your food intake and this exercise session. That's another reason I waited. I ate late, and because I had early morning activities, and ate and took a nap, and so all of that. But anyway, we're going to go out, abduct, and then across, adduct. That's 1. 2, and it don't matter which leg you start with. 3, crossover. 4, working the inside and the outside. 5, going out, works mostly the inside, and the outside and the inside stabilizers, works more of the inside functional and the outside stabilized. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And for those track aficionados, shake that leg out, the one you've been standing on. You know that this track aficionados do this, and it's part of one of our activity skips, and A, B skip, C skip, and all that stuff. And we do it a lot faster and a lot higher, but you don't have to go so far. In fact, you don't even have to raise your foot. If you have a problem with your balance, just slide it across the floor. Okay, now we're going to the other side. And so if I'm doing my left leg, I should be holding on with my right hand. And conversely, or whatever, and the opposite, when I'm doing the other side, I'll turn the camera over a little bit, I should be holding on with the opposite side. Left hand, right leg, right hand, left leg. So here we go. Out and across. Out and over. Out. 3, out. 4, 5, stand up tall. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. If you don't need to hold on, that's fine. And so the next one, that was the hip adduction and abduction. The next one is the hip extension and hip flexion. So we're going to go, this one involves going backwards. So that was just my right leg, so I need to switch over. And so we're going to go back and then forward. You don't have to try to kick the ceiling because you can. And for those, if this kicking back hurts your back, you can lean forward a little bit, take some of that torque off the lumbar spine. Also, for some women, they like the stand-ups, and it gives a more of a B shape or D shape to the backside. For men like me, I don't want to have that B or D shape to my backside. I like for mine to be teardrop, so I tend to lean over a little bit more and then get more of a flex in the glutes, and then stand back up on the front. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Point your toe up when it comes forward and down when it comes back. 6, 7, up toe, down toe. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now switch over. I'm going to do the other side. Make sure you take a look around that you don't kick your heel or something on something. We're not here to hurt you, and we don't want anybody to hurt themselves. So here we go. You can hold on if you want. And your abs are trying to show over the top. They're getting ready to come out. 1, 2, toe up, toe down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And so on this media, I like to get around and mix it up. And so if I come on at a different time and it's convenient for somebody, that's good. If it doesn't, you can always go on and view it at any time, like I said, on all my social media platforms. Check it out. It's my gift to the community. Alrighty, if you got your mat or you got some carpet, very good. These next few, we're going on down to the ground or to the floor. I got my little mat over there, and if I don't wave at you, I'm gonna take off the words on the camera because I can't see through those words. And so this one involves seated first, and then we're going to put the mat out in just a second and do those. But this one is also an adduction and adduction seated exercise. And so we hold on to the outside starting with the legs about shoulder width, a little bit shorter than shoulder width, right at the connection between the shoulder joint, the flappers right there, and then hold on to the outside, squeeze out, hands over, squeeze in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, my hair is getting in my nose. That's working our hip extensors and hip flexors, and we just worked them standing up, and now we're working them sitting down. And so also it'll help that back. For me, it helps move that sacrum and get that sacrum active, and the hip joints and all those mechanisms of the hip. And once you read the chart, it'll show all those things that is working, you know, the lower back, the waist, the abdomen, the hips and the thighs. And then for the upper body, it's working all those portions for the upper body. So I don't want to get into anatomy class, because that's not what we're really doing here. You can study anatomy on your own, and then you can understand the words, and I'll try and use generic terminologies for what we're doing. I know majority of them, and I study all the time. I got my manual right here. I study all the time. I'm getting certified. My annual or every 2 years recertification, so I'm studying all the time. So I got to take that test before May. Anyway, you can study that stuff on your own and understand that I try not to use all those terminologies, but be in general. Okay, so the next one, we're standing back up. The chart, if you get the chart from me, it doesn't, or you order the bands and they send you the chart, it shows lunges. I don't do lunges. If you want to do lunges, that's fine, go for it. You know, but what we do is we do something similar, and I've talked about, you know, if you sidestep in some way or another and do that. But what we're doing is a sidestep, leg raise, down. That's one. Oh no, got to go to the other side. Leg up, down, that's 2. And if you need to hold on, again, just put your little walker in front of you. If you lose your balance like that and you haven't gained your balance yet, you can put that in front of you, put it out there, and when you're stepping to the right, hold on with the left, step, raise, down. Or 2 hands, step, raise, that's 2. Step, raise, that's 3. Step, raise, that's 4. Step, raise, that's 5. And remember, these are targeted towards seniors. So if you're older than 20, 30, 40, 50, know that when it gets to about 50, that's what I'm targeting. You know, actually 40, because that's when I first retired, and I can really talk a great amount of helps from 40 to 67 where I am now and beyond, because I've taught people up to 90-something years old. My oldest person in my class turns 95 this year, I think. He's doing good. Okay, step, raise, 6, step, raise, down, step, raise, 7, step, raise, 8, step, raise, 9, stand up tall, step, raise, that's 9, step, raise, step, raise, that's 10, step, raise, 11, step, raise, step, raise, that's 12, step, raise, 12. Very good. You're doing good. You're doing all right? Give me a thumbs up. Wave at me. Okay. Also, I'm incorporating some 911 things. I saw a great activity on now. Keep your phone keys. I'm gonna grab my phone keys right now. Alrighty. So I'm always teaching safety, you know, and whenever I see something or hear something good, I share it with others. And this one is that you can utilize your key fob to match the panic button on your keys. Okay? And so if for me, I'd have to dial 911, shut off my phone, dial 911, or if I fell down, my wife's in the other room and she didn't hear me, you know, it might be forever when she come in here because she know I'm teaching and she wouldn't come in here, hopefully, while I'm teaching to interrupt. And so if something happened, I can, you know, hopefully fall, grab my keys, push the panic button on my keys. It will activate the alarm on my car, and eventually somebody, either a neighbor or somebody's going to get the attention and say, why is his car going off? Okay? And then I also talked about the OnStar app. OnStar has an app, so I'm going to work on seeing how you can get that. If you don't have OnStar, if we don't have OnStar in our car, how after a few minutes or something having an app on your phone, if you hit your panic button, it would also alert OnStar, and then people could come and see what's going on with you. They use it for burglaries or whatever, or somebody walking down the street. If you're walking down the street in a dark area, you're coming from the movies or whatever, put your key in your hand and have your finger ready for the panic button, and then as soon as something happens, you press it. If it's wrong, you can always shut it off. And if it's right, because somebody's trying to do something to you, you can keep it going until they won't know it's you, and then they're going to run away, we hope. So anyway, do that in our sessions so that you can have, because I can't tell if something happened to you over there, and I'm going to share it with my class. I just found it out today. I'm going to share it with my class to keep that around, you know, because some people I can't see because their camera is off, and other reasons. But keep that. That's a good idea. Have your keys near you. Push that panic button and then go. Okay, we're going down to the mat. We got a few more. Excuse the interruption, but I think it's worth, anytime there's something safe and I can give some safety tips, hints, clues, and advisories, I'm going to do it. And if it adds a few minutes to my session and it's under 50, 60 minutes, then I'm good. And I think this will be. So we can take our little walker, because we're going to be down on the floor, put it off to the side because I don't need it. Lower the camera a little more, and we're coming down to the floor. Okay. Again, to get down on one knee, hand on the floor, other knee, and then sit on down. Okay. And this one is the flutter kick. And if you've done this before, then good. But the modification is the head should be all the way down on the floor, but it's flutter, flutter, and then crossover, left over. Flutter, flutter, crossover. We'll do that for 6, and then we'll flutter, flutter, and cross over the other leg for 6. Total of 12. Here we go. 1, 2, over. 1, 1, 2, over. 2, 1, 2, over. 3, 1, 2, over. 4, 1, 2, over. 5, 1, 2, over. 6, switch. 1, 2, over. 7, 1, 2, over. 8, 1, 2, over. 9, 1, 2, over. 10, 1, 2, over. 11, 1, 2, over. 12. And so it's okay if you have a problem remembering which foot went over. You know, you can do all like we did. You can 6 one way and 6 the other way, or you can alternate. If you get mixed up, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just remember to count, and hopefully you got half. If you didn't, you got some going both foot, opposite feet crossing over the top, which works a different part of the muscle groups. Very good. The next one is the bicycle. And when you're doing it, we put our hands on the side of our head, but we don't pull on our neck. It's not a neck exercise. We can work our neck specifically, but that's not this. Okay, here we go for the loop band bicycle. And just know next week we'll have a band on our foot, so it's going to get a little bit tougher. So the modification is this. We're going to do I'm going to do the crossover first today because I did the straight ahead first today. And then we're going to do the straight ahead. But you can do any one of them you want first. I think the straight ahead, knee, elbow to knee is easier. But you tell me. So here we go. Knees up. Crossover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Straight ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we did 6 and 6 today. I did 12 and 12 yesterday. So I'm modifying a little bit for you and me. Okay. So this one now, we're going to go over into the plank position or the push-up position or the prone position, I believe it is. And there's 3 ways we can do them. Let me see, can you see? You can do them in a full plank position, like so. Or you can do them with the knees on the mat and the hands on the mat. Or we can do them with our elbows on the mat and our knees. And then bring it up and up. Okay? Did my band come loose? Hold on. I usually go off camera for wardrobe malfunction, but this is not too bad. I'll just slide it over and zip it back. Okay. Very good. So here we go. Up for 12. And now we're going straight ahead or crossover first. 1, crossover. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Straight ahead for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo-hoo. This thing doesn't want to stay zipped today. Not sure why. But I'm going to go ahead and take it off. It's okay. We're down to the end of the session. And I've gotten good use out of it. So you can see without the belly band, it's not too bad. Still getting that V-taper coming up. Last one is the banded kickbacks. I'm going to turn around, pardon my backside turn to you. I'm going to turn with the back. And the modification along with it is after we do the kickbacks, we're going to do 12 push-ups. And you can do them, again, plank full, elbows and knees, or hands and knees. Either one is okay. You just extend and kick straight back. The leg is straight. The leg is not bent like we're doing donkey kicks. The leg is straight and up. So here we go. Pardon my backside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Here we go. Modification on the last one. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. And find me some space and do 12 push-ups. Again, these push-ups can be done fully up here or hands and knees like I'm on now, or elbows and knees, and then just lower yourself and raise. Either way that you start, it's okay to grow from there. So here we go. I'm going for 12 full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. You got a good sweat going today again. How you doing? If you can get in 12, it's good. If you didn't, it's okay. I'll bring the words back up. Alrighty, alrighty. Come on back in. Pick it up later. Come on in when you can. Get it done how you can. And that's it. I'll take the time. I appreciate you coming on with me. Have a great evening. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all. Get you some water and some good nutrition.